हेलो हेलो हेलो
मैं मौजूद हूँ, इंतजार करूँ।
हाँ, ये भी पाकिस्तान से लाइन पे हैं, फिर आपको जहमत देते हैं। हेलो
जी बोले।
हेलो,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम। कैसे मिजाज हैं जनाब यासिर साहब?
अल्लाह का शुक्र, आप बताइए कंवर भाई, ठीक
बस
है?
अल्लाह का शुक्र है। आपको आपके यहाँ पे माशाल्लाह सुनने वाले बहुत हैं, तो मुझे
जी
फोन आया था। हमारा तो प्रोग्राम था कि आपसे एक कलाम पढ़वाएंगे, लेकिन आप
जी जी
कि आप 2 कलाम 12 मिनट के अंदर अंदर उसको आप पढ़ दीजिए।
जी जी
हाँ, मैं
जी जी
मोमिन ने
बिल्कुल।
आज हम लोग की खुश नसीबी है कि पाकिस्तान से जुम्मन मोमिन हैदरी के मशहूर साहिब ब्याज जनाब यासिर तबातबाई साहब हमारे साथ हैं। मैं उनसे गुजारिश करता हूँ वो मासूम अमीन के बारगाह में नजरान अकीदत पेश करें। जनाब यासिर तबातबाई साहब।
मैं सबसे पहले शुक्रगुजार हूँ नौ खान फराज अदा का, जिनकी तवज्जुह से मुझे यहाँ मदऊ किया गया, और मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ चेयरमैन साहब का, इमाम बारगाह अल-मुर्तजा के, और तमाम मुंतज़मीन का कि जिन्होंने मुझे पढ़ने के लिए मदऊ किया। सिलसिले को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मौला अली की शान में मनक़बत के चंद अशआर पेश करूंगा कि अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले
मोहम्मद।
अली के दुश्मनों को आईना अच्छा नहीं लगता।
वाह वाह।
अली के दुश्मनों को आईना अच्छा नहीं लगता। यही सच है कि सच का सामना
वाह वाह।
अच्छा नहीं लगता। यही सच है कि सच का सामना अच्छा नहीं लगता। मैं तुझसे कह चुका हूँ बारहा, अच्छा नहीं लगता। दरे गाजी पे कोई बेवफा अच्छा नहीं लगता। दरे गाजी पे कोई बेवफा अच्छा नहीं लगता। सब शेर देखिएगा कि मोहम्मद ने कहा खैबर में हैदर से उठाओ तुम।
वाह 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 वाह।
को ऐसा वैसा सूरमा
अच्छा नहीं लगता।
अच्छा नहीं लगता। अलम को ऐसा वैसा सूरमा अच्छा नहीं लगता। और बड़ा खूबसूरत शेर पेश कर रहा हूँ। कलाम में बिल्कुल ताजा कलाम है
माशाल्लाह। कलाम भी जबरदस्त है और आपकी अदायगी भी बहुत खूब।
ले चलो शबीर के दरबार में मुझको।
वाह 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 वाह।
मैं फेतरुस हूँ हर के से
मांगना अच्छा नहीं लगता। वाह वाह,
अच्छा नहीं लगता, मैं फितरुस हूँ, हर के से मांगना अच्छा नहीं लगता, मेरा दावा है भाई नस्ब का वो कमीना है, जिसे शबीर का फर्शे
मजा अच्छा नहीं लगता, वाह,
अच्छा नहीं लगता, जिसे शबीर का फर्शे अज़ा अच्छा नहीं लगता, शरण न करवी कसम गाजी की गैरतमंद शायर हूँ, मुझे कुछ भी सिवाय करबला
अच्छा नहीं लगता,
अच्छा नहीं
वाह वाह,
लगता, मुझे कुछ भी सिवाय करबला अच्छा नहीं लगता। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला
मोहम्मद
मोहम्मद। इमाम
बहुत
हसन की छंद में
बिस्मिल्लाह,
जफर की मनकबत की चंद
बिस्मिल्लाह,
अशार पेश करूंगा।
बिस्मिल्लाह।
सुलहे नबी को मंतकी अंजाम दे दिया,
सही,
सुलहे नबी को मंतकी अंजाम दे दिया, सुलहे हसन ने अमन का पैगाम दे दिया, सुलहे हसन ने अमन का पैगाम दे दिया, और ये मातमी पे तेरा करम है गमे हुसैन, करम है गमे हुसैन, ये मातमी पे तेरा करम है गमे हुसैन, काला लिबास क्या दिया एहराम दे दिया, काला लिबास क्या दिया एहराम दे दिया, और तहरीर लिख के तेरे लिए ए अमीर शाम, ए अमीर शाम, तहरीर लिख के तेरे लिए अमीर शाम, मौला ने तुझको मौत का पैगाम दे दिया, मौला ने तुझको मौत का पैगाम दे दिया, और ज़बाने खुल्द भी मुझे पहचानने लगे, पहचानने लगे, ज़बाने खुल्द भी मुझे पहचानने लगे, मदहे हसन ने मुझको बड़ा नाम दे दिया, मदहे हसन ने मुझको बड़ा नाम दे दिया, और महफूज रखा खाक शिफा ने मेरा बदन, ने मेरा बदन, महफूज रखा खाक शिफा ने मेरा बदन, नादे अली ने रूह को आराम दे दिया, नादे अली ने रूह को जाम दे दिया और ज़ेरे किसा समेट के पांचों के नूर को, पांचों के नूर को ज़ेरे किसा समेट के पांचों के नूर को, मौलाइयों को पंजतनी जाम दे दिया, मौलाइयों को पंजतनी जाम दे दिया और जाकिर जफर बना के हसन और हुसैन का, हसन और हुसैन का, जाकिर जफर बना के हसन और हुसैन का, खैरुल अनाम ने मुझे इनाम दे दिया, खैरुल अनाम ने मुझे इनाम दे दिया, सुलहे नबी को मंतकी अंजाम दे दिया। बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व आले मोहम्मद। बहुत शुक्रिया जनाब यासिर तबातबाई साहब। हम अराकीन मरकज़ी इमाम बारगाह अल-मुर्तज़ा और अहले ह्यूस्टन आपके इंतहाई ममनून और मशकूर हैं कि आपने वक्त निकाल के हमारे साथ बैठे रहे, इंतज़ार किया, और इंशाअल्लाह उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपको जब भी हम याद करेंगे हम लोग यहाँ से, तो आप इसी तरह से आते रहेंगे और जो है का और अपनी मनक़बत जादू बिखेरते रहेंगे। खुदा हाफिज़ो नासिर। अब मैं हमारे ह्यूस्टन के काबिल एहतराम जनाब नौजवान आलिम दीन शमशाद हैदर साहब से दरख्वास्त करता हूँ कि वो तशरीफ़ लाएं और अपने बयान से मोमिनीन के दिल और दिमाग को मुनव्वर फरमाएं। जनाब शमशाद हैदर साहब।
अस्सलामु अलैकुम रहमतुल्लाह। अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि समील अलीम मिनश शैतानिर लाइनिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन व सल्लल्लाहु अला अशरफिल अंबिया वल मुरसलीन हबीब इलाहिल आलमीन व अला अहले बैतिहि तय्यबीन अत्ताहीरीन अल मासूमीन। अल्लाहुम्मा इजअलनी फीहि मिनल मुस्तगफिरीन वजअलनी फीहि मिन इबादिकस सालिहीन अल कानितीन वजअलनी फीहि मिन औलियाइकल मुक़र्रबीन बिरअफ़तिका या अरहमर राहिमीन। सलावत पढ़िए मोहम्मद वाले अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद। Once again, this is another discussion. This is the fifth night of the blessed month of Ramadan al-Mubarak. And I've been discussing the topic of self-control, key to success. I want to remind those of our listeners who have been in audience and those who have joined tonight that our topic was related to the ziyafat of this month. The holy month of Ramadan, according to the beautiful words of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "This is a month you have been invited to a divine feast. Shahrun du'itum fihi ila ziyafatillah, wa ju'iltum fihi min ahli karamatillah." This is a month you have been invited to a banquet, to a feast that has been organized by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you have been made among those who received a great honor. You have been made among those who deserve the honor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the point that I was trying to make based on the readings in different by different ulama, especially our contemporary great scholar Marhum Mir Bakhri, Ayatollah Sayyid Mir Bakhri, may Allah prolong his life, that he mentions that this call to the feast of Allah, this ziyafat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is a ziyafat khas. It is not a ziyafat aam. This feast that Allah has invited, ये दावत जो अल्लाह ने फरमाई है कि ये महीना दावत है, ज़ियाफ़त इलाही का महीना है, ये दावत जो है ये उमूमी नहीं है बल्कि ख़ास लोगों के लिए है, यानी ख़ास लोग इसके अहल हैं। दावत सबको दी गई लेकिन ये मिलती ज़ियाफ़त उनको है जो ख़ास हैं, यानी ज़ियाफ़त रहीमिया है। एक होती है ज़ियाफ़त रहमानी कि हम पूरे साल रोज़ी अल्लाह से लेते हैं, पूरे साल हमें नेमतें अल्लाह तबारक व तआला से मिलती हैं, ये ज़ियाफ़त आम है। ज़ियाफ़त ख़ास इस महीने में, जो कि वो लोग जो कि गुनाहों के बोझ से आज़ाद हो गए, जो गुनाहों की क़ैद से आज़ाद हो गए, वो अहल करार पाते हैं। Those who have freed themselves from the burden of their sins, those who have freed themselves from the enslavement and bondage of their sins, those who have freed themselves from the ransom of that has been put on their own souls, that they are freed. This ransom is so high that their whole souls have become a ransom of their deeds. That once they are able to free themselves, they are the ones who deserve to be in the ziyafat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So after this little, reminder of what we have discussed so far, I want to also uh, mention one point in order to proceed with this discussion, which is all about the barakat of this month. That the way to reach the ziyafat of Allah in this month is to avoid the sins of the eyes, sins of the ears, sins of the tongue. And we have been talking about the sins of the tongue, sins of the eyes, and the sins of the ears and other parts of the body. We will continue, inshallah, and proceed to other topics. I mentioned earlier, I think in the first night, that uh, we want to receive feedback from you all who are listening, because we are all trying to benefit from this month. And one of the ways is to gather as much barakat as possible. So any thoughts, questions, comments you have, ideas and other topics that you may have in your mind, you may suggest to me, inshallah, in the remaining nights of this month. We will all, inshallah, benefit from this month. Please cite a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala. So, all right. It is very important that you understand how our imams have uh, explained the importance of this month. So one of the khutbahs of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam, in which he said, "Oh, the one who is fasting, look carefully in your affairs. You are in this month a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means realize this, understand what this means, that you are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Undur kayfa takunu fi laylika wa naharik. Look and see how are you in the nights and days of this month. That means how do you live? How do you spend your time? How do you perform in the night and day of the month of Ramadan? Because you are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so as we mentioned earlier, guest usually is the one who is receiving food and water and other things. In this month, there is some other kind of nourishment that we are receiving. I mentioned those nourishment are the haqa'iq and ma'arif and the ruh of Quran and the ma'arifat of Imam and wilayat of Amir al-Mu'minin and Ayyamah Athhar al-Musat. That means being on the dastarkhan, being on the table, receiving the benefits from Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. Anyway, Imam Ali alayhi salam is saying, look, what are you doing in the day and night of this month? Are you really receiving something in this month? وَكَيْفَ تَحْفَظُ جَوَارِحَكَ عَنْ مَعَاصِ رَبِّكَ. How do you protect your different organs of your body? How do you protect your azaw jawarih, your eyes, your ears, your tongue, an ma'asi rabbik, from disobedience of your Lord? These are words of Maula Ali alayhi salam. Unzur an la takuna bil-layl na'iman. Be careful. Do not stay sleeping all night. Wan nahari ghafilan, and stay oblivious all day. रातें तुम्हारी ख्वाब की नजर ना हो जाए, सोने की नजर ना हो जाए सारी, और दिन तुम्हारे सारी गफलत की नजर ना हो जाए. फयनक़ज़ी शहरुका, and the month just passes and finish would come to an end. وَقَدْ بَقِيَ عَلَيْكَ وِزْرُكَ, and you find yourself, you have gained nothing except a burden on you, that the burden you are carrying, you continue with that burden, and the month passes and you do not free yourself from this burden. فَتَكُونَ عِنْدَ اسْتِيفَاءِ الصَّائِمِينَ أُجُورَهُمْ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. So when the day comes when people are receiving their rewards for their labor and hard work, such as the day of Eid, for example, when people come out to receive the in'am, the ajr of their efforts in this month, then you find yourself among the khasirin, among those who have not gained anything, among the losers. وَعِنْدَ فَوْزِهِمْ بِكَرَامَةِ مَلِيكِهِمْ مِنَ الْمَحْرُومِينَ. And when you see other people receiving honor from Allah, see the same honor that Holy Prophet mentioned, that you have been invited to the ziyafat and you have been among those who receive the karamat from Allah. Maula Ali is saying, وَعِنْدَ فَوْزِهِمْ بِكَرَامَةِ مَلِيكِهِمْ. And when others are receiving the karamat of their Malik, Maula, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you find yourself among the mahrumeen. If you do not understand where you are right now and what you are doing in this month, you run the risk of losing this month, this great opportunity to free yourself from the burden that you are carrying. وَعِنْدَ سَعَادَتِهِمْ. And when you see, when the day comes, month passes, and the day comes when others are receiving the sa'adat, when they have reached closeness and nearness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have gotten near Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of their cleansing, because of their freeing themselves from their sins and guarding their eyes and ears and guarding their whole body and their soul from sins. You find yourself getting farther away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You find yourself being left behind, and you're among the matrudin, among those who have been refused entry, denied that fawz azim, that great place in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Maula Ali is warning us that when this khutbah he gave on the first day of the month of Ramadan, oh, the one who is fasting, what are you doing with this month? What are you doing with yourself in this month? Are you aware what month this is, what this is about? So the ziyafat is a ziyafat where Allah provides special rozi. खास रोजी जो है इस ज़ियाफ़त में इंसान को मिलती है. कुछ कुरान की हकीकतें हैं, कुछ विलायत अहले बैत की हकीकतें हैं, उसकी मारिफ हैं, और उसका फैज़ है जो इंसानों को मिलता है वो बड़े आसानी से, इसलिए कि इस महीने में नाजिल हुआ है कुरान. तो कुरान झुक कर आसमानों से वो हकीकत ज़मीन पर उतरी है. हमारी दस्तरसी में हमारे हाथों को बड़े आसानी से यानी हम उसको हासिल कर सकते हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा ऊपर जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, because Quran has come down to us in this month and continues to lower its branches upon us, just as the wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen in this month. See, the month of Ramadan I mentioned earlier is a month where there is this beginning of the year where Laylatul Qadr, where the issue of Imamat al-Wilayat was decided and ordained, and मुक़द्दर किया था अल्लाह ने विलायत अमीर al-Mu'mineen को. इस रात की शब क़द्र जो इस तरह अहमियत रखती है, और शब क़द्र की तमसील जो है वो शब क़द्र तमसील है, उसकी हकीकत जनाब सिद्दीक़ा फ़ातिमा ज़हरा सलामुल्लाह अलैहा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मोहम्मद अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद. Okay, I will, in the remaining time, I will just mention a small story from, see, you can guess who this is about, and in the end, I will mention the name of our Imam. And this in context of, you see that what are we doing in this month? Are we watching our thoughts? What are we thinking about other people? That's also something we are listening to. See, we don't only listen to voices and what people are saying. We also hear inside of us these bad thoughts coming, and these su'ezan thoughts about negative thoughts about people. Are you listening to these negative thoughts, or are you ignoring them, suppressing these negative thoughts and entertaining only positive thoughts about other people? All right, Ravi says that I was in Qadisiyah. We were in a caravan and I was traveling, and we stopped at a place, and I saw this young man, slim young man with a very beautiful face, very pious face, very attractive face. I saw him sitting alone in a corner while everyone else had their baggage with them. This young man was not carrying any bags. So I thought he's from among the Sufiyas, who wander around. They don't carry any bags. They don't have any baggage with them, and they have no burden to carry. And whenever they reach some point, they eat from whatever people give them. And so this thought came to my mind that I would go and give him advice that on this long journey, you should not be traveling like this without anything and becoming dependent on other people. So this is like in my mind, this guman, ye badgumani mere dil mein paida hui, and I got up to go and give advice. मैं सोचा जाके इस जवान को नसीहत करूं कि ये कोई तरीका नहीं है इस तरह से सफर करने का. I went up to him. As I got close to this young man, he looked at me and he said, "Ya Shaqiq." My name is Shaqiq. He called me by my name. First time I saw him, and he said, Ya Shaqiq, ijtanibu kathiran min al-dhann, inna ba'd al-dhanni ithmun. Oh Shaqiq, stay away from bad, thinking bad about people, negative opinions about people, negative judgments about people. Stay away. Inna ba'd al-dhanni ithmun. Many of the judgments people make are sins. Suddenly I realized this person called me by my name, and he knows me, and he knows what's in my heart, that I came here to give him advice, and I thought bad about him. I had negative, I was entertaining negative thoughts in my mind. How could he read my mind? And then I thought to myself, I was just standing in a state of shock and thinking, it must be among very special people. I thought I'll step and forward and apologize to him. But then I saw that he's not there anymore. I didn't see him on at that spot. Then the caravan started moving. Next manzil, when I got there, I saw that young man in a place. He was praying. His body was shivering in khushu and khuzu of Allah, in a state of prayers. And I thought that this is an occasion where I could go and apologize to him why I was thinking this way about him in the previous place. And I waited till he finished his prayers. When he finished his prayers, I came near him. Before I could say a word, he said, Ya Shaqiq, wa inni laghaffarun liman taaba wa amana wa amila salihan thumma ihtada. Oh Shaqiq, again calling me by my name. Inni, I am forgiving, I am merciful to one who repents. मैं गफ्फार हूँ, गुनाह को बख्शने वाला हूँ, जो शख्स तौबा करे. व आमना व अमिला सालिहन, has belief and does good actions, the right actions. ثم اهتدى, and then receives guidance. I am forgiving towards those people. This was again another big message to me and a sign to me that he has complete wilayat over my mind. He knows exactly what I'm thinking. Then I lost him again. The third place, I reached where another station that the caravan stopped. I found this young man standing next to a well. मैंने देखा ये जवान को, ये खूबसूरत नौजवान जो खड़ा था एक कुएं के किनारे, इसके हाथ में एक या प्याला या बर्तन था कुछ, जिससे वो पानी निकालना चाह रहा था उस कुएं में से. And suddenly I saw that the bowl, it fell from his hand into the well. And this young man looked up to the sky, looked up to the heaven, and said, Oh Lord, whenever I get thirsty, you quench my thirst. Whenever I get hungry, you feed me. Oh my Lord, oh my Master, I do not have any water except this one. Do not take it away from me. And I saw, this person swears by Allah who created me, I saw the water in the well rising up until it reached him. And this young man used that bowl, the bowl came up with the water. I saw him picking up, taking some water out of it, going in a corner, doing his wudu, and then offering 4 rakat salat over there. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Then I saw this young man walking to a place in a corner where there was a pile of mud. In a corner there was a pile of mud, and I saw him go there and sit down, and with that same bowl he took a little bit of that mud, right, and he took it and he just drank from it like the mud. He just took it in his mouth, and I was really surprised. I came near him and said salam to him, and he answered my salam. And I said to him, whatever Allah has given you, give me some of that from yourself. जो अल्लाह ने आपको नवाजा है. यानी मैं हैरान था इस नौजवान के अमाल को देखकर, इसकी कहाँ पहुंचा है, किस मंजिलत पर है. मैंने उससे कहा, खुदा ने तुझे जो मकाम और मंजिलत दी है, मुझे उसमें से कुछ अता कर दीजिए. So that person replied, the young man replied to me that the ni'mats of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hidden and visible ni'mats, are all showering upon us day and night. So think well of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah की नेमतें हमारे ऊपर रात दिन आश्कार और पिनहान, छुपी हुई और नुमाया, हम पर ये नेमतें उतरती रहती हैं बदस्तूर. तुम अपने परवरदिगार के सिलसिले में सिर्फ अच्छा गुमान रखो. He said this, and then the bowl that he had in his hands, he passed it on to me. And I took it and I looked inside. There was food in it. The food smelled so good. I had never smelled something like that in my whole life. And that was the third time I saw him. The last time I saw him was when we reached Makkah. It was the middle of the night near Kaaba. I saw this young man crying in his prayers, offering his salat all night until the dawn rose. And I saw that he was reading the praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He offered his morning prayers, Fajr Salat. Then he got up, performed his tawaf around the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then he exited, then he left the house of Allah, Masjid al-Haram. And I was following him when he went out of Masjid al-Haram. I saw a lot of people gathering around him, and everyone passing from close to him was saying salam to him. And I said to somebody, who is this young man? And the answer that people gave me was, this is Musa ibn Ja'far ibn Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Hussein ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajahu. See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent imams, such great leaders for us, who show us what kind of ziyafat this month is. And a person who becomes an abd salih, a person whose actions become salih, whose words become salih, whose eyes become salih. Salih means right. You see only that is right. You hear what is right. You say what is right. You do what is right. You think what is right. Think what is good for the people. And Imam is saying, think well of other people. Think well of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. O Allah, bihaqqi Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, grant us all the best of this world and the akhirat. O Allah, give us shifa from all ailments. O Allah, mu'mineen and mu'minat across the world, protect them and give them shifa from this pandemic, and protect us all from this pandemic, our families. O Allah, those of us who have lost jobs, O Allah, give them jobs and better opportunities for their work and for the business. O Allah, give barakat of dunya and akhirat in this month, and send your rahmat upon our marhumin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma kulli waliyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, salawatuka alayhi wa ala aba'ih, fi hadhihi as-sa'ati wa fi kulli as-sa'a, waliyan wa hafidan wa qa'idan wa nasira, ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد
وعلى محمد وعلى محمد.
ये प्रोग्राम मरकजी इमाम बारगाह अल-मुर्तज़ा की तरफ से ऑनलाइन जा रहा था. आज का प्रोग्राम हमारा ख़त्म हुआ. कल इंशाअल्लाह इसी वक्त आपके खिदमत में फिर हाजिर होंगे. उस वक्त तक के लिए इजाज़त दें. फ़ी अमान अल्लाह.